The Sunrisers Hyderabad all set to resume their campaign. Could it be a campaign of two halves? They sit bottom of the IPL points table after the first leg in India. On Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout. We're going to discuss just one point with Sanjay Manjrekar and Dale Steyn, but it's an important point. Does David Warner, who lost his place in the Sunrisers 11, that was unimaginable before this season, can he find a place back into that team? And how do Sunrisers go with him? Dale, you've played for that franchise before. Would you bring Warner back in now?
I think maybe after this little break that they've had, they might consider bringing him back. I know at that time they weren't doing too well. They were doing very badly. They're sitting, eighth, right at the bottom. So they were looking for a change. They were looking for a change in leadership and maybe just something different at the top. But we saw when he was 12th man, he was still committed. He was running around. He was carrying drinks and everything. So it doesn't look like there's any bad vibes in the camp. He's a wonderful batsman. And it would be a big loss to them if they don't consider putting him in that starting lineup. As a batsman alone, he's a fantastic player.
Sanjay, does Johnny Bairstow's withdrawal do them a favor in making this decision, or would you still look at this differently? Right, Warner, we've decided to go up, move on from him. He's out as captain. How do Sunrisers handle this in your eye?
Quality player, best or white ball batter, one of the very best. But as you said, might have just done a favor because, Sunrisers Hyderabad, their biggest challenge was fitting four foreign players in. And very often they had to leave Kane Williamson out in the past. Nabi doesn't get to play every game. Jason Holder, that I have a lot of time for, doesn't play every game for Sunrisers Hyderabad. So this might actually help them get a slightly better foreign contingent into that playing 11 because there won't be too much of cream at the top. I'd like to go with Saha and Warner. And coming to Warner, really, Ronak, even if he has a couple of quiet seasons, I would still play him because of the kind of contribution that he's made for the franchises that he has played in the IPL. So it was strange that they left him out for whatever reason.
And on that point, if we had to just fix on an opening combination, would it naturally, Dale, be Saha and Warner? Would you be tempted to try and push Kane Williamson back on top? We know he had to take a middle order position because of Sunrisers' troubles, but at the start of what is for them perhaps a new season, a second half of this season, could they try Warner and Williamson together?
Well, they've got a bunch of different combinations there. They got Saha, they got Warner, they got Manish Pandey who can open the batting, and you got Williamson who can do really well if he opens the batting, and he can also do really well if he bats at 5. So it really boils down to what they want to do, and how they want to run their ship right now. But what we've learned in the IPL so far, especially when it comes to batting, is that you want your best batters to be facing the most deliveries. That's just how it is. And it seems criminal when you see a guy like maybe AB or Williamson only coming in to face the last 30 balls and then do what they do. We saw Williamson do it in this first half of the IPL. He came in and he was remarkable. And you just thought, where was he this entire time? So you don't want to waste guys like that. But a little bit of a headache for them to have, but a good one in my opinion.
Sanjay?
I'd like to spread out the batting a little more because, Sunrisers Hyderabad problem has been Warner and Bairstow and then Kane Williamson and Manish Pandey. And Manish Pandey, got out early. Then there was nothing much there. They would go to their 3 young T20 rookie batters and, it was too much to handle for them. So I would spread it out a little bit. And that is why I would like to have Saha because Saha will come in as a keeper. And if you want Saha as a keeper in the team, and you want to still make use of him, the only position that you can use Saha as a batter is at the top. He's not a guy who's good enough to bat at 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 1 position is good. Then you can have somebody like a Kane Williamson batting at 3 and then Manish Pandey at 4. That looks a much better batting order to me. And as far as Kane Williamson is concerned, he's a guy, there's always a 50% chance that you're chasing a target. And these days, it's not a big target you're chasing. So guys like Kane Williamson at number 3 are priceless.
All right. It's a decision that Sunrisers must make quickly and get right from the very first game if they have to have any chance to make the playoffs. Thank you, Dale Steyn, Sanjay Manjrekar. This was us looking ahead to what Sunrisers would do with David Warner on Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout.
We call it people technology.